Hey y'all, so I guess I want to talk to y'all a little bit. It's been weighing on my mind a little bit lately, and so like in general, I'm a quiet person. Y'all see me up here, content creation, whatnot. I'm in my comfort zone, place of my home. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times in group settings and stuff, in general, like not even group settings. Well, you know what? I thrive on one-on-ones. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, let me not lie. Let me not. I thrive on the one-on-ones. I like deep conversations. Deep conversations, really connecting and whatnot. And in groups, I'm rather quiet. I don't do it on purpose. I'm just very observant. And I notice. I don't know if this just stems from I don't know, just people I've dealt with, I guess. When people tell you that you're something you're not, you start to believe it at the end of the day, even though it's not true. That's how like narcissists and people get you to think. And honestly, you know, I know my personality is a little bit overbearing to people sometimes, and sometimes I come off as arrogant, cocky, or even rude, And I was just telling my friend, I was talking to my friend about this the other day, and it's like, damn, like I hope I really don't be coming off like that. And I know like my personality is very strong. Sometimes it may be intimidating, like the light that radiates from me. It may be intimidating, may be uncomfortable to people, may put fear in people. A lot of people's gonna like not like me, and I'm very compassionate, and I give grace to people because there's a lot of people do like sidebar comments and whatnot, but I give grace after grace after grace after grace and whatnot. And so I just have this trouble, and I feel like I'm quiet because I'm afraid I'm gonna say something wrong. So y'all, I have this thing, right? I have this thing, and let me know if anybody else can relate. I get this thing from my mama, really. I say things on the top of my head. I don't be meaning no harm. I don't be meaning no malice, and I just be going with the flow. And sometimes my mouth gets me in trouble, and I don't be realizing that I be offending people. I find myself that I'm more self-aware. Like even though I should probably think before I speak, I don't be meaning it, and people be so I was watching this sermon, and people be convicting themselves. It was funny. I was watching this sermon, and it's like he basically said people write people off before they even get to know them. How are you going to write somebody off before you get to know them? And that's what he was basically saying. I think it was like the church was like CFM. My friend sent me a sermon yesterday. I watched it first time. I never had watched that church, but it was a good sermon. It was a good sermon, and he was basically saying like you got to give people grace, and Jesus, he accepts us, and our fault. You got to realize it's like Christians and whatever you believe in. You have to give grace to people, and you got to be able to accept them flaws. Being a Christian as myself, this is me personally, for whatever you believe in, you got to realize that we are not perfect people. We are not, we're not Jesus, He lived a sinless life. We were born into sin, and so it's impossible to not sin. We sin every day, and, knowingly and unknowingly. And yeah, so like with that, it really resonated with me because the simple fact that it doesn't. I've been on the receiving end numerous occasions being written off as like as such, as I said, arrogant, rude, cocky, whatever. And a lot of times confidence do. I like to say I'm pretty confident in myself, but I like to say like I'm pretty humble about it. And a lot of people don't practice humility. We're in a world of evil, y'all. But I mean good. And so like I guess what I'm trying to really say is like, damn, I get written off a lot, y'all. And it's because like my personality is too strong for people. And so like because of that, my coping mechanism in group settings or just in general, I'm quiet, I go mute, I'm gonna go mute. Because if I open my mouth, I'm like, dang, I'm gonna mess up and I'm gonna F up. And it's like I know I should probably not care what people think, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to be perceived as something that I know that I'm not. And I was just watching this video the other day. It's like, everybody has a different version of you in their head. You got to realize there's thousands of versions of you out there in the world of what people perceive you as, but only you know your true self. You know your deepest, darkest insecurities. You know your true self. You know who you are. You know how you are, and nobody's a mind reader. And so I know myself, I'm very self-conscious because I know I stick out. Y'all, if you ever see me in public, I stick out like a sore thumb. It's hard to not notice me. And I'm humbly saying this. Like, I don't know, like when I go out in public, it's like all eyes are on me. Like it's always that's why I don't like going out, to be honest. It's not it ain't really an anxiety, but like it does make me a little bit anxious when people start to looking at me like, all right, I gotta go. And it's like everybody always just like wondering what I'm doing. And I don't know. It's just weird. Like y'all ever feel that? Y'all ever feel that way? Like I don't know. Sorry. But I don't know. I got a text. But y'all. It's just like, it's really hard trying to break that mindset sometimes, like that people pleasing mindset, because like it's just I really do love people. I wish people can accept me for who I am, but my good friend Brandy told me the other day, you're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, but that's why there's other drinks, and that really did resonate with me. I took that and what I took from the sermon. I was like, dang, God really has been speaking, through these people, what I'm saying, through people, my folks, sermons and stuff. Like, dang, confirmation on confirmation on confirmation. And like, God is really just trying to teach me like patience. Like, okay, just be patient yourself. It's like, I get mad at myself because of the stuff that I do that I don't mean. And like, again, the sermon, he did say people tend to convict themselves. My whole thing is I am very transparent. I got emotional transparency, which is why, like, if you ever talk to me, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm a very direct person, and people aren't really used to that. Like, I practice authenticity. I practice emotional transparency because at the end of the day, I understand we only human. We human beings at the end of the day. You ask somebody every day, how they doing? They probably gonna say, I'm fine, I'm okay. No, they're not. No, they're not. I'm gonna tell you the real, the real good, the real meats. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it real. But like, most people don't be ready for that. And I'm not going off on a tangent right now. The purpose of this video is really, how I've been feeling. But bear with me. But most people ain't ready for that. The deep, meaty conversations and like, just if you ain't feeling good, you ain't feeling good. But I understand people don't like to overshare. People like because people feel like they're not gonna care. But I'm very compassionate. I like to give advice to people, and what I'm saying. Like I like to be the therapist. But hey, anywho, the whole thing is y'all stop people pleasing. Not everybody's gonna like you, and the only thing that really matters at the end of the day is that the love that God has for you. Put your eyes on him and you will be fine, because his love is the only love that really matters at the end of the day. We're all people. We're not everybody's cup of tea. And regardless, the one thing I'm going to say this before I end this video is why is that when I think my whole problem is that when I convict people or when I offend people, people don't really speak up. People don't be like, hey, I didn't like that, or hey, they usually, respond with hostility and I'm gonna be honest, y'all, because I be so oblivious in my own world and don't be thinking I be offending people, I be like, because I have a high sense of discernment. So like when energy, I feel people energy. So like when hostility comes out of nowhere, I be so lost. I be like, dang, where does hostility come from? I be so confused. I be like, dang, did I say something wrong? Or like, what did Xavier go and say now? Like, golly, like I'm always effing up. You feel me? Like, do anybody else feel that way? Like, I know it's a matter of like being more self-aware. But it's like, dang, like, if you know me, I mean no harm. Like, get to know somebody first before you write them off. Because you never know, like, shoot. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but, like, it's like, dang, like, golly. I know. I just want to, like, Oh, that was the chair. That's the chair. This is the chair. Oh, what the hell's that noise? But, yeah, like, I don't know. Y'all ever feel that way? Like, it's just annoying. It's man, like, golly, y'all. It's just like, I just be getting frustrated with myself because it's like, dang. Like, I really do be pissing people off. Like, I just came to the conclusion, like, that's why I'm quiet. That's why I'd rather stay mute. Because if I don't talk, I'm gonna offend nobody. But then if I don't talk, I'm making people uncomfortable because they don't know what I'm thinking. It's like, golly, I can't wait for losing. And most people want to know what people are thinking, but when you're unreadable, as I said in my other video, my mystery silence video, it's one of my very first videos, you know, it makes people uncomfortable. But people are enthralled by mystery, so they're going to, like, want to be around you, but also not want to be around you at the same time. It's like, it's very dualistic. Y'all, being me is complicated. I'm complicated, y'all. Like, I know, okay. I understand myself, but I understand to the public eye, I'm a complicated person because I'm just confusing. I confuse people, but it's not like I do it on purpose. But Lord knows, golly, y'all, good Lord, and y'all, shout out to the sun, shout out to God, because whew, yes sir. But yeah, like my assignment for people is, and then like, you know, I guess for me and whoever's watching this, and then like whoever watching this, and then for myself and people that interact with me, and then, you know, if y'all going through the similar things, I know it's my job. Okay, it's not my job to, per se, if I offended somebody, it's their job to come to me and express that, hey, what do you mean by that? I don't like how you said that. Or, you know, so and so and so. But because I do have a high sense of discernment, instead of sitting there and just soaking that negative energy in and not saying nothing because you feel uncomfortable speaking up, do actually speak up sometimes. And sometimes you do have to be the bigger person and be like, hey, I'm sensing this little energy off. If I said anything, just apologize. 9 times out of 10, they're going to take him like, oh, he meant no harm. I got to start doing that for myself. Because I'm tired of like lingering emotions. And then like, dang, after the day is over, whatever had been said, I'm over here thinking at home. Once I get home, like, dang, I really hope like that person doesn't think like I'm this asshole, excuse my language. But it's like, dang, you know, I be really contemplating like at people who I even rarely talk to sometimes, like, you know, it's just even like the strangers, even small, you know, interactions. I'd be like, dang, like, I'll be at home like, did I upset them? I'd be wanting to like just go and apologize. It's like, dang, it's not really my job to apologize if I knew I meant good. It's them who got convicted. It's them who got offended. And 9 times out of 10, if I offend people, they see that my personality is still as bright as ever, and I'm still carrying on conversation. So it's like this. I saw this thing, and I'm gonna land it off of this. So it was. I don't know if y'all seen that little viral video of that guy. It was like he was recording. There was a white guy and a black guy. Black guy was the interviewer, and the guy walked in front of me. He was like, "Dang, he just walked right in front of us." And the guy was like, "You know, everybody's on their own world, you know, and whatnot." And shout out to Brent Fires, Sonder. That's the whole little concept. Everybody has their own complex life. The definition of Sonder is just, you know, we have our own complex lives. Everybody's in their own little world. Everybody is just somebody else. The stranger that's next to you has just as much complex life as you do, and that's what it means to have Sonder. And so what he had said is never attribute to malice what can be attributed to incompetence. In other words, forgive them. They know not what they did. Y'all, that's all I'm saying. Give people grace sometimes, because they don't be meaning stuff. I don't be meaning stuff, and half the times, you know, Jesus, it's hard being a nonconformist. It's hard being a nonconformist. I don't conform to society. So when you're a nonconformist, you automatically gonna stick out, you know, from the rest. But you know, it is that we all got homework assignments. Again, shout out to my girl Brandy. You know, again, take this. You're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, but hey, that's why there are other drinks. But still, we should all learn to get to know one another and stop writing off people. Give them grace and get to know who they are, because you never know. This is just my personality. And those who watch me, I'm giving y'all the keys. Like those who know me in person. I'm giving y'all the keys of who I am. You know, I don't mean no harm. Stop convicting yourselves and speak up. God damn it. Speak up. Let me know so that I can fix that for you and know that I meant no harm. Know that I mean well. I promise you. Like, I don't go around antagonizing people. I don't go around being an asshole. Even though some people may think I come off as an asshole, but I'm not just my brain, y'all. Like, come on, man. Give me some grace, please. Give me some grace. And then, of course, my homework assignment is speak up when I know that a person's not going to speak up at times. Let me be able to utilize that Holy Spirit discernment, gift of discernment that he gave me. Because I be letting my discernment go to waste. Like, I be feeling all types of energies every single day. And I do not be, like, acting on them, even though I feel it's probably be draining. But y'all have a blessed one. I'm gonna keep on yapping because I can yap. But y'all, my good people, y'all have a blessed one. I love y'all. Everybody who's watching this, I love y'all. Y'all have a good one and stay blessed. God bless.